That is Analog Strings right here. We're going to be checking this guy out from Output. They have some pretty decent products, and they are on sale right now for their Black Friday event. So that's when I got them last year, I think. So definitely worth a look. Go check them out. So we are looking at the main UI here, which we just take a look at their probably their newest product, which is Analog Brass and Winds. So this is going to be set up pretty much the same way as Analog Brass and Winds. The same engine, same layout, just different samples. So presets are cool, and all the other things are they're definitely geared for being weird and different. That's kind of their thing, and their rhythmic and ARP capabilities are out of this world for what you can do for pulsating and modulations of all kinds of different parameters. But anyway, we are going to go into an initial setting here and get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. So here we're going to open up the initial. That means we have no bells and whistles. Nothing is on at all. And we are just down here with our two engines, our sound sources, A and B. We're going to turn B off and just look at A. So our standard setup here, on, off, volume. This is our sound select. We can see our waveform up here. We have some options here. I think when we can reverse it now, but I think when we get into the tape section and things like that, we can turn the loop on and kind of manipulate things there. Tuning by octave and by semitones here. So you can dial that in. And let's go into the meat and potatoes. And this is what we all came here for. So we have our three sections over here: orchestral, synth, and creative. Now we've seen that in Analog Brass and Winds, and we see that here too. Now each of these sections have three different styles to choose from. So we have one shots, which are going to be quick. Let's see if I can turn on the arm the right track here. Okay. And okay, so these are the one shots. These are the short little guys, and I did find that some of them don't seem to have. You can see over here, there's a close and far. I think some in this orchestral thing, either there's something is wrong with the product itself. I did email Output. They're really good about contacting back and getting things figured out, but I'm finding. See, I'm hitting notes down here that I'm not getting. It's weird, like. And I found some other things in here that are like that too. Like, see this one here? I'm not getting anything noises out of that. But if I hit far, I get it. So some kind of a minor, well, not minor, but it's definitely an issue there, because I'm not getting any sound out of that one as well. Maybe it's just from far away, but why would you have anyway, we'll figure that out. But for now, we'll just keep on plugging through, and we'll keep it on far away. Pretty cool. It's not bad. It's clean. decent. Now we're going to the synth section really quick. I'm just going to kind of skim over these two sections here real quick for the one shots. Because I feel these guys here are kind of just extra, and that's what they are. I mean, we came here for strings, and this is our main section right there. This stuff down here, to me, is just a perk. They got some really neat rips. Seems to be like a lot of air in that sample. It sounds, I don't know, it's weird to me. All right, well, that completes our one-shot selection for these three areas here. Next will be our pads. And again, see there, I switched the mic positioning to close again as well, because for some reason, like I said, I'm having issues with this here, which I'm trying to resolve with output. It's very nice. A lot of stuff going on. Sounds very good. It's pretty rich. I mean, it's not bad at all. I like that. The pads are definitely impressive. We'll skim through the synth and creative part of this as well as last time, because like I said, I feel like these are just extras to throw on. They do, you know, they did decide to pick out some really good ones here. Crazy. I like that crawl. They did their creepy crawlies really nice. It sounds like they bowed a guitar, huh? That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. And last but not least, we have a tape area where we'll actually go back out and to look at this now. Um, let's pick one here. Let's go back into here and actually pick something. Back into tape. There we go. I was wondering why the waveform didn't have the loop section on there. So now, now the samples are going to have an extra bit of manipulation here. We can see that we have a start right here, and then it'll play through, and then once it hits this point here, it is going to loop, and that little loop will be in a measure whatever you choose, a 16th, an 8, a quarter. So it is going to link up with the DAW in your time. So that's going to be super cool for some things. You'll have to just play with this. You're going to get some neat things out of it. And you can, I like to like set things up with this. You can kind of move that back and forth. And I think can we even like link that up in here? Let's see, because now I kind of want to know that. Cool, layer A loop start. So we can link that up to our controllers and be able to kind of skim through it, almost like a granular type of synth, where you're moving things around. And I guess let's see, well, it's 64th, so that's pretty granular. And then what, we can move that. It's pretty. It's as close as you're gonna get, huh, to some granular synthesis. 16th. That's pretty neat. I just sorry, I'm kind of went off on a little thing there, but it's fun. That's why we're here to like to do some sonic exploration, right? All right, so very cool there. Now we can skim through. Now, so that's just A here. So B is going to be the exact same thing. We can open that up and we're going to get the same exact features. We're just layering the two together, and then a whole bunch of other stuff is going to happen after this. The initial two sound sources get kicked into the engine here. We have our regular editing, some envelopes, and flutter and stereo and advanced features. You can come in here and key range and things like that. Effects. Let's go into the effects. Let's turn these guys on. Now, they do such a great job with letting you know what's happening. I never feel like I'm lost in the UI of their products. Their symbols and the way they light up is just super cool. So global effects here are going to affect both of these at the same time. Okay. And then layer is going to be an effects rack for A and B separately. So that's very cool. You're going to get some, you know, really cool, wicked effects happening here. You got plenty of control of where you want the effects to exactly be. So on that note, we can come over to rhythm. We're going to take a look at rhythm, and rhythm is going to put modulation into 8 different sources here. We have volume, pan, cutoff, reso, tube, drive, bits, and S rate. Okay, so we can see that the volume here is on and it's put all the way up, and we have a sine wave shape down here. So when I hit this, the volume is going to follow this. Pretty cool. We can change the length. Keep it back on quarter, and we'll take that off. We can kick the reso on and maybe do it the opposite way. Get this weird fighting. I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to me. You have plenty of options in here for whatever you want to do, and not only do you get one, but you get 2 of them. So very wicked cool. You can pick your shapes. You have simple, you have some complex ones. Pretty cool. You can come over to number 2, and you have some different type of gates here, syncopated, triplets. Pretty cool. You're going to get some really cool sounds out of this. Let's pick every other one, get some. And then there's randoms. That's always nice. So, you know, with this here, you're going to get some very crazy pulsings and rhythmic textures going on. It's just amazing that you get 2 of them here, and the way they have them set up is just brilliant, I think. And then if that wasn't cool enough, you have the same thing over here on the B section. So that's pretty major, I think. The ARP goes as far as to doing the same thing, I think, pretty much. One for each side. So again, and random buttons. I think they have one in here too, so we can ARP type menu. We have our regular choices that are pretty kind of standard there, I think. And then we have another randomized button here. So that's cool. I just like randomizing things sometimes. So you can see how easily we can just switch things around and change the sounds up and things like that. So that's the ARP. You got an ARP on each side. It's going to get between the ARP and the rhythm. You got some crazy, crazy things that you're going to be able to do with the sounds there. Now, final thing to look at, last but not least at all by any means. So if we're on the front page here, you can notice that we have your signature crazy looking sliders here. Now these are just super cool, I think. So when we are in any of our effects. Let's go ahead and turn some effects on. Let's say the cutoff is already on. Let's put some distortion. Let's go check out distortion, drive. Okay, so we have a few different things on here. We can go back out to the main, and up here by the logo here, by the output logo, we can see the macro edit button. Boom, we're going to hit that, and now we kind of change the UI here, and we can see that this is how we control each one of them in order, top to bottom. You can see that it's off right now. So let's say filter, let's call this guy filter. Now that we've clicked on this, it's highlighted. It's highlighted here. You can see it's red, and we are in edit mode. Now, if you navigate through the UI here and hover your mouse over anything, you can see that we can attach that to macro 1. You can see it says assign to 1. Now we're going to go ahead and assign that to 1. We're also going to assign this distortion drive to 1 as well. Now when we go back over to our main section, our filter here, let's go ahead and go back into edit so you can see, okay, so you can see our cutoff and our gain are connected to this macro knob here. I must have one of those noises that are not liking. Large staccato. Let's go into a pad here. Go back to close this. Go back into this. All right. And we can control, like that was way too much. So, you know, I'm hitting the cutoff and throwing some distortion on there at the same time. We have 6 different slots that we can do this with, and with all of this stuff that's going on with the rhythm and the arp, like I said, all you have to do is come over here, hit the edit tab, and highlight the one. Well, you have to turn it on first and pick it. So you can see that they're off initially. But once it's highlighted, all you have to do is hover your mouse over anything, and you'll see it. It'll say assign 1, and you just click onto it, and then you have the editing functions down here for ranges. So very cool little macro matrix type of thing here. Makes it super cool and easy to go, all right, so boom, 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 and boom, I want that effects, and your live performance is just going to be super cool to be able to control that many things at once. I hate going in and editing, especially in Ableton. I just don't like arrangement view very much. I'm coming from FL Studios, and it was just so much easier in FL Studios for me. But Ableton's session view outweighs that. So there's analog brass, or analog strings, excuse me, by Output. Super cool product, and we can kind of just maybe play with some of the presets here so you guys can hear maybe some things. And you can kind of see how they have their stuff set up here. So we can go in and we see how he has the pitch. He's got flutter, flutter, flutter. Now we can see the attack. Amp A, amp B. Brings that attack. Now he can hit his filter. He's got it on multiple filters. His talk filters. Pretty cool. don't have any rhythm or anything on here. Let's see if we can find something with a little bit of rhythm, maybe, so we can kind of see what they got going on. All right, so you see he's got rhythm 1 on the B sound source. Just the layering capabilities in here is sometimes almost too much. That's why I like to break things down and just go into the initial setting and just go hear what you're actually getting underneath the hood of these things. So I'm glad you stopped by. I hope that helps maybe with a decision making of maybe getting this product. It is super worth it, and compared to some of the other products that are out there, it does cost a little less than, say, Novo. And some of the heaviosity stuff, but it's you know, it's on par with them. I would definitely recommend it. Obviously, I own them, and I'm very satisfied with most of their products, and their customer service is super good. I guess the only thing I'm just gonna say right now is I don't like subscription-based products, so their newest one, which is Arcade, I think I've already talked about that. I just, you know, sell me the engine. I don't want your subscription. So, Krios out. Thanks for stopping by. This was Analog Strings by Output. Good company, good product, good sounds. Go get it. It's Black Friday, 60% off, I think they have. Go check them out. Krios out.